What's going on, guys? Carventuresquad here. So today we are going to be taking the HID ballast out of my old 2006 Subaru STI headlights. I bought new headlights right here. The nice C-bar headlights. HID and bi-xenon, I think that's what they call it, compatible. So I need to take this ballast out, and I'm going to do a step-by-step and try and show you guys how to transfer this bi-xenon ballast onto that one, and then I'm going to put them in my car and see if they work, and hopefully they do. So I will start working on these, and I will give you guys updates on how to make your life easier by transferring these over to new headlights if you're going to get them, or if you want aftermarket headlights. I just thought these were the coolest option I can get. So car's gonna gain probably like 100 horsepower after I put these headlights in, you know. All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. So I got this headlight completely done. The ballast is on. I got the this is like a headlight leveling motor that really only comes on STIs. It just raises and lowers your headlight beam automatically, which, I mean, you don't need to transfer this over, but if you want that like OEM finish, then it's definitely wanted. So I just went out and tested this headlight. Everything works on it, so I know now how to get everything off, and I'll tell you how to take it off the old one and put it on the new one. So now, with all that information, let's just get started. So the ballast is probably the first thing that you're going to want to take off. There's 1, 2, 3 Phillips head screws that you need to take off. Don't worry about these other little ones. And then you're going to want to undo this clip. So I'll be right back. Alright, so once you get this plug undone, it's just, you just press down on this clip and pull it out. You get those 3 Phillips heads out. You can undo the ballast. And now inside the ballast, there's this clip. It also gets pushed down on the side and lift up. And then there's a Phillips head right there. Small Phillips head that you take off. And this is the wiring to the igniter, which is going to be like over here behind your headlight. This is the easiest way to get the ballast off. You have to undo that clip, undo the Phillips head, and then this ribbon cable will go through the headlight and out where your bulb usually is, and you'll be able to take this ballast off. Alright, guys, so once you have the ballast undone, unhooked, just lay it off to the side. You know, try and keep your bolts and stuff organized, so it makes it putting them back on the other headlight a lot easier. So now you're gonna go to the bi-xenon light, which is your low beam on the STI. You're just gonna undo the water cover, take it off, set it to the side. I don't think you're gonna need it again. So this is the igniter for the bi-xenon. All you gotta do, just twist it one way, pops right off. There is a ground right there. So that Phillips head, you just take that Phillips head out, then the ground comes undone, and you should be able to pull the igniter through. Alright, guys, so this is the ground wire I was talking about that's connected to that Phillips head right there. Once you got that undone, you should be able to pull on the wire a little bit, make sure it's not getting caught in anything. Try and push it through, and there it is. There's the igniter. So with putting it on the new headlight, you're just going to want to do the opposite process. Make sure you feed the smaller end through to the area where the ballast is, so you can hook it up. And so now I'm going to be taking off the headlight, which is just these like U clips, and that is what a bi-xenon light looks like. So yeah, there's that. And you're really not going to want to put your fingerprints on that, so try and just keep hold of the bottom as much as you can. So set that off to the side, and now we're going to be working on the leveling motor. So leveling motor has 1, 2, 3 long, these guys are long Phillips head screws, so if you have like a power tool, it makes this job a lot easier. You know, just get yourself a nice little screwdriver, electric screwdriver, and back them out. So once you get those 3 off, you have this like little stopper here that also is connected. That's 1 Phillips head. So once you get that off, this is the cover for the motor. You'll get the cover off, and then you should be able to access a couple more bolts underneath to take the motor out. Alright guys, so the cover is off. You know, it was like that with 3 bolts came off. That's the plug that controls the motor. So to take this off, what you can do is it's a ball and socket type. So this is what came on the new headlights, and these are just there for protecting the leveling system. So it's a ball and socket type. Right there you can see the ball, so it just latches in. So what you're going to want to do with the OEM Subaru headlights is, I know it sounds bad, but you have to just yank. Like, you got to give them a really good pull. Trust me, it won't break, because I did it on the other ones, and I Google searched for like 15 minutes to make sure this was the right thing to do, and that's what everyone is saying. So just, you know, get a good grip on it and hold the headlight housing and just pull, and it should come out, because it's just a ball and socket type holding. And I'm going to try and get this off, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is what I meant by the ball and socket. So that's what it looks like. So all this little thing does is screw up and down, and the little motor that connects right here, it just screws up and down, and it pushes the headlight in or out to adjust the headlight. So yeah, that is undone, and don't need the old headlight anymore. And we're going to be bringing that guy over here and start assembling everything on in just basic reverse order. But I'll go through it in the video and show you guys. Alright, so here's the new headlight. If you got the same kind as me and you're driving a 2006, 2007 Subaru STI, the first step with these new headlights is going to be to take this off. So this is where the motor goes for the leveling adjuster. So it's this piece. Oops. Crap! It's just in here, screwed in, and it just pops out. It's just like the motor. So once you get that out, the next step is going to be taking this part out, which is where the igniter and your bi-xenon light goes. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Phillips heads, and that should just pop out, and you can start putting in the igniter and the light bulb. Alright guys, so I got the cap out, so it's just those 6 Phillips heads. So now you're going to want to put the bi-xenon light in. Should only go in one way. There's a little tab up at the top that like keeps the light bulb from moving. Once you get that done, just secure the light back in place where it was. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand. There we go. Alright, so the light's back in place. Now it's time to do this igniter. So with the igniter, you're going to want to feed it. It's kind of hard with the light. You can kind of see there's a little gap right there. You're going to want to feed it through there, and it'll come out here. So through the top, out the bottom where the ballast is going to be. And I'm going to get that done, and I'll be right back. Alright, So I got the igniter wire fed through down to the ballast. So with the with this ground wire, there's a little ground wire right here. There is no spot to put on it on these new headlights. That's the only complaint I have. But you could, this is only gonna be a temporary fix, so I'm gonna ground it to something else later on down the road. But these little bolts that connect to the housing, basically you could use this, just try and get another small washer and sandwich it between the bolt and the washer, and it should be ground enough for a temporary hold until I figure out where I want to put the ground. I mean, you could always extend it and just attach it to some metal part in here, but that's where it's gonna go for now. And I did the same thing on this headlight, and I tested it already, and everything worked in it, and nothing was overheating. I was playing with the headlights for probably like 15 minutes, and nothing was going on, no fires or anything. So but yeah, like I said, only a temporary fix. It'll be changed down the road. All right guys, so the cover is back on. It's just those 6 Phillips heads. So now I went to the leveling motor, which is right here. Here's the bracket for it. So what you're gonna want to do is this ball type looking thing. So it comes down through here in the OEM one, and it slides into place like that, and it just sits there. It's locked in place. It's not able to move like back out. So when you take the leveling motor, you slide it in at an angle like this, and then you just push it in with your finger, and then it'll stay in there. It's not going anywhere. It's holding the headlight still. And so the next step that I'm gonna do is actually put this ballast back on. Doing this leveling motor is a little bit easier when you can kind of see where the ball's got to go. So that's why I did this in that order. But now I'm gonna be doing the ballast. All right guys, so I put the ballast back in. Just remember, you have that one clip that goes in there, and then the very small Phillips head that connects a ribbon cable to the bottom of the ballast. So the ballast goes back in. It can only face one way because the pattern of the bolts going in. And this is the clip that's going to connect to the ballast. What else? So after you're done with that, you're going to go back over to the leveling motor, and you're going to put the cap back on first. No bolts yet. The cap back on first, and then you put the 3 long screws in after the cap is on, and you screw it down. And so this plug is attached to the car, and then you just basically screw them all down, and everything else is plug and play. You just plug it into your car. This is the main harness for all the lights. This is the harness for the ballast, and that's about it. Then you just plug it back into your car, and it should all work. But before you tighten them down on your car, just double check, make sure all the lights work, and try troubleshooting. So that's gonna be it, guys. That's it for my video. Hopefully this helped you learn how to change ballast off the stock headlights. Headlights, STI. If you guys have